And before we went to break, we were just talking about the Lions and what they could potentially do this year in the draft. They have 4 picks inside the top 93. They have 7 total. They picked 29, 61, 60, 73, 92, 162, 206, and 246. So basically looking at it, they have an end, a middle, and an end in their first 4 picks, which are all inside the top 3 rounds. You hit the nail on the head. I believe they need a D tackle. You need somebody in the middle. You need somebody to take on 2 defenders so that you can help the rushing game. You stop the rushing game, you make them pass more, then Aiden is allowed to get involved. But I think you need another guy on the outside too. Definitely need a DB. T, we talked yesterday, and I think you're pretty much going to have to draft and pay a DB. I feel like you draft a DB maybe with the 2nd round pick. I think it's pick 61. See if you can find somebody. I think you pick up one of these DBs that are out here. I don't know if Jalen Johnson from the Bears will allow to come to somebody in his division. And then Jerry Sneed, if you will, saw what he did in the Super Bowl with Debo and Brandon Ayuk. I think you got to get 2 of those guys because I think that will help the defensive line, and I agree with that, defensive tackle. But if you get some DBs, you can get some coverage sacks. It makes it easier and a shorter amount of time for Aiden to get from point A to point B. Right now, look, Aiden has some great hustle at times, but there's nobody on the other side to help him out. And there's no DBs either.
Isn't it time to pay somebody?
Yeah, I agree. Agreed.
We've always heard from the line, the timing is not right. We're not quite there and everything. Didn't you just prove that you're right there?
Beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Right. But the only thing that scares me about paying somebody big money is a lot of times, I'm not going to say most of it, but a lot of times when you pay a big name, big money, you're paying it for what they used to be able to do. And then you
Is this the Miguel Cabrera deal?
Yeah, the Miggy deal.
Everybody talks about that, yeah.
I mean, for instance, Chase Young had a nice Super Bowl, but I talked to a guy from San Francisco.
He's a culture problem.
Yeah. Well, I talked to a guy who was a Niners fan because I went out there to visit my daughter.
Well, she's at Stanford, right?
No, she is
graduated
2 years out of Stanford.
Oh, that's right. You graduated. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
She's in the
went to Stanford
movie industry now. She's trying to get into
Speaking of movies, okay. Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, but he described Chase Young as garbage. And I'm like, well, I don't know if he was garbage. He said, well, he was garbage here. And that was the guy that everybody wanted to bring here to help fortify that defensive line. I wouldn't have been opposed to it either, but, how much do you have to pay him? But the Lions are in that position where we're not quite there yet. But now I think it's time to break the bank for somebody.
Yeah, I think, and I think it is about the right person. I think Brad Holmes alluded to that last year, and this is something we talked about too, T, is Brad Holmes went after Brian Burns from the Carolina Panthers, defensive lineman for the Carolina Panthers, went after him last year. Carolina said no, thank you. Now he's an unrestricted free agent. So I think Brad Holmes can go back at that, and we'll see how that happens.
Chris Jones said he's sticking around in Kansas City.
Duh, we knew that.
I know, but that deal ain't happening for a long, long time if it does happen.
Okay, we just talked about taking the cut. Travis Kelce's taking the cut. Yep. Look at Travis Kelce's brand since taking the cut. As opposed to saying, you know what, I'm the best tight end ever, or at the time, I'm potentially, could be the best tight end ever. I deserve to get paid. Instead.
Yeah, but, bad example. He's got Taylor Swift money now.
But you don't
care about that.
Oh, they got separate money. That's separate money.
But you're missing what I'm saying, though.
I know, but they still
his extension happened 2 years ago. His extension before Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, as opposed to say what he could have said, and we all would have supported him. I'm the best tight end in the league, arguably the best of all time. You see what I've done? Check my resume. Pay me. Instead, he said, Patrick Mahomes, there's nobody like him, and maybe never will be again. There's also a lot of commercials. There's a lot of other things that come when you're identified with a championship franchise.
State Farm's paying him a lot.
Oh, my God. State Farm, Subway, the list goes on.
Pfizer.
Taylor Swift, Pfizer. So you're like, I'm going to take a pay cut. Look, I give this example all the time. I saw him at the national championship, my former quarterback, Chad Henne. Love Chad. Shout out to Chad. Good to see you at the national championship. And meet your family. He's got kids. It's so crazy. I remember he was 17 years old. But anyway, he got on a Subway commercial because he was with the Chiefs. He was a backup quarterback, and Patrick Mahomes put him on. So if I'm Chris Jones, I'm staying too. Like, there's a difference in money now. I think when we were, maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe even 7 years ago, you got to get all that you can get. But now there's so much money in sports, so much money in NFL, and there's so much money off the field. It's so much easier influencer money. I think it's kind of like when Tom, in year 14, 15, he takes a cut. You're like, Tom, you can take a cut because you got everything else going on. Well, I think now players have all that going on. They have, it's the influencership, if you will.
No, I agree with that. That's why early when I talk about there's franchises who are just different than everyone else, and I brought up the Dallas Cowboys, and I knew Tom would say this, well, they haven't won a championship in a million years. But you do know that if you play for the Cowboys,
you're good
you
for
get
life.
Extra money.
I didn't say that, by the way.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
All right.
Is that how you say?
What did you say then?
I didn't say anything about them. I think the Cowboys are a great brand. The Yankees, like you said, great brand. Lakers, great brand. I get it.
Wow, I must be hearing things.
No, you're hearing right. You're hearing right. I was a Cowboys guy. I loved a lot of these. Roger Staubach, Drew Pearson, the triplets, Troy Aikman. Come on, man. I can name them all. That's a great brand, but they have not won or done anything in over 2 decades.
Well, that's what you said.
Okay, fine.
And that's what you said. You admit you said it. Now you told me I didn't. You didn't say it. Now you telling me you did say it.
At what age? At what age does this happen? Because both of you guys are over 60. So what age does this happen?
About this age.
60, yeah.
About 60?
Yeah.
About 60 this happens. 70 days. Yeah, I think it is 70 days.
Yeah, I'm counting it down.
The NFL draft comes to the little old city of Detroit. I'm lying.
And I'm pissed about that, but go ahead.
No. Start. You go. Why are you upset that the draft is coming?
I'm upset because
no
I've been
Super
looking
Bowl.
forward to this forever. Do you know what Michigan State's graduation is?
Same day.
Yep, same weekend. So I can go Thursday, but, Friday, Saturday, I'm done, man.
But Thursday's the night that really matters, and also you get a chance to partake in some events. Like,
no, but you get the party Friday and Saturday. I'm gonna miss all that, man.
But doing what?
You go
Hanging
to,
out?
go to Little B's graduation, then get back
That's
here.
what I'm saying. There's a graduation.
No, you can't because he's an alpha. They got some events he's got to go to. You just can't go to the graduation and leave.
What did he graduate in 3 years? I thought the kid just started.
No, it's been 4.
Really?
He was there for the COVID year.
He said a full 4.
Yeah.
That's what I took from that comment. Yeah, it's been 4 years. All right.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
T, so now that we're taking out of the graduation, shout out, congratulations. What do you think about the draft in Detroit? You know, there's been some talk. We talked to the commissioner, the gaming commissioner, Maz. We talked to him, the event, if you will. It's a friend of the show.
Yeah.
But also
Dave Beecham.
Excuse me. What's up, Dave? It's one of those things with Detroit where are you excited for having the draft, but is it also potentially knowing you're not getting a Super Bowl ever again?
I'm thrilled.
Okay.
I'm thrilled about that because, you know, I love big events in Detroit because I want to participate. And,
as a Detroiter.
As a Detroiter,
100%.
right. I want to go there, hang out, do whatever, shake hands with the commissioner. Maybe I'll walk on stage and say I'm the 27th pick of whomever.
Maybe you'll give one of those picks away.
Yeah, but it's a great time. It's good for the city and stuff. And so I'm absolutely wish I could participate all 3 days. But I'm going to hang out Thursday, do my thing, and then go to Michigan State, watch my son graduate and all that stuff.